All right, Barak the Yahawah, Barak the Yahawashi, Barak the Yahawah, Barak the Yahawashi, Barak the Yahawah, Barak the Yahawashi. All praises to Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And honors and salutations to all you ahchyam out there that's laboring in this truth and sincerity. Okay, now this lesson is going to be called Your Age in the Truth is Different. All right, meaning different than your age in the world. Because sometimes brothers get it twisted, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because like you might have in the world you might have had some prestigious, you might have been old, you might have been, you might have been in your 40s, 50s, 60s, coming into the 70s maybe. You might have children, grandchildren, and everything. When you come into this knowledge, you starting all over, man. You know what I'm saying? You starting all over. But let me see real quick. Matter of fact, since I'm saying that, I might as well start with what Yahawashi said in St. John's, the 3rd chapter. Get right into the scriptures because, basically your age, no matter how old you were, when you come into this truth, you're starting all over spiritually, all right? Or you should be. You can't be sitting there just because you was an older man in this world. You was a supervisor here, there, whatever position you held or whatever the case is. Look, all that, when you see, and that's a part of getting rid of that niggerism and truly being born again. This is what Yahawashi was speaking about. All right, now this is John chapter 3, verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. So he had his position, right? He was a top guy. He was a Pharisee. It said the same came to Yahawashi by night. Because why? A lot of them, the Pharisees, Sadducees, they knew that Yahawashi was the guy. And that's why we always bring out the point that gets kind of lost in translation, so to speak. 'Cause a lot of people say, oh, you guys are the Pharisees and Sadducees. Well, not all the Pharisees and the Sadducees were wicked, man. You have righteous amongst the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And Nicodemus, eventually he repented, but he came to the Lord at night. Then the same came to Yahawashi by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the Most High, for no man can do these miracles that thou doest except the Most High be with them. And they knew that Yahawashi was the guy. They knew he was the son of the Most High. Okay, because of why? All the works he was doing. Yahawashi was constantly doing work, man. He wasn't, taking no vacations and everything, man. A lot of y'all get mad at the apostles, of Great Millstone and the rest of the brothers in Great Millstone, because it's more of an envy thing. But at the end of the day, why are you mad? They're doing what Yahawashi was doing, man. If Yahawashi was here in the flesh on the earth, amongst us, he'd be doing what you see the apostles and the rest of the brothers of Great Millstone doing. On the highways and the byways, man. Prophesying, teaching the word, rebuking. Okay? He wouldn't be in no kumbaya coming together or whatever the case is, man. All right? But this is what Nicodemus, he came to Yahawashi. So he acknowledged that he was the son of the Most High. Right? So in a lot of the guys and a lot of the leaders, they know that Apostle Tar, the Spirit of the Lord, is dealing with them. They know that the Spirit was dealing with Abba Bivens, King Masha, High Priest Ariah, Elder Yahawah. A lot of them guys know that, but they don't like because they're about themselves. They want to puff themselves up. All right. But anyway, verse 3. Yahawashi answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. So all you guys that, that's coming into this truth, you got to be born again, meaning you got to come in as a child in the mind, in the spirit. You got to humble yourself, man. You got to humble yourself. You can't come in this thing like, oh, wow, I'm 50, 60, I know this and that. You got a lot of guys talk about, oh, yeah, well, I always knew the Bible, Nigga, know the hell you didn't know the Bible, man. It'd be safe to say that you went to Sunday school or you was raised in the Bible, but don't sit there and talk about you knew the Bible. Yeah, one dude talk about I knew 90% of the truth before I came. Nigga, you ain't know the truth, man. You was deceiving yourself, man. You see? So you got a lot of guys that be deceiving themselves because they don't want to humble themselves, man. When you come into this truth, man, listen, man. And if the Lord is with you, He's gonna break you down to where you ain't gonna have no problem with humbling yourself, man. If you're a man of the Lord is going to break you down to where you're going to humble yourself, man. Because this is what this is how you come into the truth. Okay, I'll read it again. Yahawashi answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High. Nicodemus saith unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? So that's like, I mean, he got simple. What Yahawashi said went over his head because he's thinking about, and he's going to say it as you read on, thinking about what, being born from a mother, thinking like a physical, fleshly birth. No, it's a spiritual. What Yahawashi was talking about was spiritual, man. So that's like, and they used to say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Now you got certain brothers that they come into the truth when they of an older age, and hey, man, and I commend them, man, because that's honorable. You know what I'm saying? Because it's rare though. It's rare that you get a young guy telling an old guy what to do. A lot of guys don't like that. A lot of guys don't like that in anything, even at your work or at a job. If you got an older dude working up underneath you and you're the boss over him or the supervisor, he always got, but see, that's in the world. That's that worldly bullshit. When you come in the truth, it shouldn't matter what. Hey, if that's the man of the Lord, if he's your camp head, if he's the leader of your camp or whatever, the age shouldn't matter. If he's doing the right thing in the sight of the Lord, and the brothers that's under him doing the right thing, the age thing doesn't matter because really, you're not old as you think you are, man. You still coming with that old man. That's why the scriptures say you got to put off the old man. All right. And a lot of guys ain't do it, man. And that's why in the camps, certain camps, not all the camps, but certain different camps, and certain guys, you can see that they always keep having problems with this one, that one. Nobody wants to come up under no order or nothing like that. But that's all right because when Yahawashi come, hey, them doors are gonna be closed, man. A lot of you guys gonna wish that you just stopped the bullshit and just came up under the order of Yahawashi. All right? We ain't sitting here begging nobody to be right, man. If you don't want to be, don't be right, man. But if you want to be, hey, if you want to make it, you better get right, man. At the end of the day, I'm working out my own salvation with fear and trembling. Okay, the apostles will tell you the same thing. And then the other brother will tell you, right? It says, Yahawashi, let me read it again. Nicodemus saith unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? He got simple, Yahawashi answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water, and it ain't talking about no regular bottled water that we drink or whatever, right? He says, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, because the water is the word, and the Spirit is the word, the understanding of the word. So it said, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, like it tells you in, Peter's being born of. Matter of fact, I'm going to go there and bear with me. Incorruptible. I spelled that wrong. The body, the spelling. Yeah, damn sure did. Hold on one second. Let's put that in. Peter's, here we go. Right, here we go. Right, so it says, being born again. Wait, hold up. Verse 22, 1 Peter 21 and 22. It says, seeing ye have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit unto the unfeigned love of the brethren. And you can't be being phony and fake and all that stuff, man. Guys always want to have pride. Why the hell, at this point in the game, why are guys being rebellious, bucking up, being proud, being disobedient, wanting to do their own thing, walking their own spirit? Don't you see that the Lord is dealing, man? Okay? And can't you see who the Lord's dealing with? Who the men that the Lord is with, his Spirit dwells with? Okay, time and time again, how many times you see the apostles come out on top, man? And the elders and other brothers that are a part of that family. Okay, because a family, basically it's a family tree that we're all a part of, man. Okay, you brothers that's coming in, you're part of it too. Okay, so we're all a part of that work, man, the work of the apostles, man. All right, so time and time again, it comes out that the Spirit of the Lord is dealing with us, man. From everybody that scoffs, comes up against us, the Lord always sits there and brings judgment upon them. scatter this one. You know, after a while, you don't see this guy. This guy talking all kind of shit, and then he just disappears, man. Okay? But anyway, it says, seeing you have purified your souls in obeying the truth, because that's what happened when you come into this knowledge. And that's why the scriptures say you got to recall the former days when you were first enlightened. When you came in, you was just excited to hear the truth, man. You weren't bucking for no power. You wasn't worrying about how old this guy was, how old that guy was, right? Look, you ain't a Judite, so you can't be over me. Or you ain't a Levite. You wasn't thinking on that level, man. It says, see that you love one another with a pure heart. A lot of you guys be forgetting about that, man. You don't be having a pure heart. You got guile in your heart, man. Okay? Just like a lot of the guys that ain't amongst us no more. Love one another with a pure heart fervently. Being born again, see, there it goes, being born again, talking about spiritually. Not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible. By the word of the Most High, which liveth and abideth forever. Because this word, the truth, is going to abide forever. All the shenanigans is going to come to an end. All the pride, like I said in the other video, you see all kind of different guys waking up, talking shit. Now you got all kind of Esau's, all kind of Edomites popping up out of the woodworks, man, making videos talking about the Hebrew Israelites trying to debunk us. They think that now, you know, because they bought off a few wicked Israelites. You know, they studied us. They've been watching us. They think now that they got a way to debunk us. And it just doesn't happen, man. And not because of us, because we're nothing, man. But what it is that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is with us, man. All right? So Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is with us. Who could be against us? Nobody. So that's that on that. Go back to John, the 3rd chapter, right? So Yahawashi, verse 5. Yahawashi answered, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. So that's Yahawashi telling you that there's a difference of being born, which translate into is a difference of your age in the truth versus your age in the world. You might have been a 50, 60-year-old man, 60-year-old man, right? But once you heard the truth, it's like you became a baby, an infant again, a toddler. You know, then you started growing, and you've been in the truth for 1 year, then you're, 2 years, you're a 2-year-old baby, a 3-year-old baby. Okay, and you should be acting like, like they always saying, act your age and not your shoe size. All right? Some of you guys, and a lot of time it be because of the pride. I'm talking about, it don't apply to everybody. Like I said, I be seeing in different camps, I be seeing older brothers or brothers that's a little older, and I see them, they be holding posts, reading, or whatever the case, DC, Atlanta, a bunch of places. You see some of these brothers, and that's a beautiful thing, man. I always said that. So that's a heavy spirit to have, because that's how you got to be humble for an older brother to sit there and listen to a younger brother. That's humility, and that's spiritual though, because that's showing you that he acknowledges that, look, the Spirit of the Lord is dealing with him. The scriptures say, out of the mouth of babes, right? You see what I'm saying? So, but what it is that a lot of guys, they got egos and all that shit. They didn't check that shit at the door. Now the scriptures tell you about becoming new creatures. Hold on, let me get that real quick. Let's see if I find it real quick. Bear with me 1 second. Right, here we go. It says 1 Corinthians chapter 5. Well, 5, I'll start at 16. It says, wherefore, henceforth, know we no man after the flesh. Yea, though we have known Yahawashi after the flesh, yet now henceforth know we him no more. Meaning when Yahawashi was actually on the earth, right? It says, therefore, if any man be in Yahawashi, which, that's in the truth. If you call yourself being in the truth, serving the Lord, you're saying that you're in Yahawashi. It says he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. So that's why it says put off the old man, because you became a new creature. The old things are passed away. You got to get rid of that old mentality Man, ain't no, shit, man. Fuck that. What I look like letting little niggas tell me what to do, man. I'm 45 years old, man. I'm 65 years old, man. What the fuck? These niggas don't, man, these niggas wasn't even born, man, when I was out there. I'm old enough to be this nigga's father. You got guys that's thinking like that. They didn't put off that old man, all right? When you become a new creature in Yahawashi, when you come into this truth, you got to humble yourself, man. You got to humble yourself totally, man. All right? Now, matter of fact, let me get real quick Matthew's. I'm just gonna bounce around to a few different scriptures, pertaining to this whole matter, and actually it all goes into humility, man. It all goes into humility. Matter of fact, before I get that, let me go. Let me get to one of Proverbs 16. Yeah, here we go. Proverbs 16, verse 18. It says, pride goeth before destruction. Okay, so you don't want to let your pride get in your way. Now, it's one thing because, hey, we all, coming into this truth, especially coming into the truth, we're a bunch of alpha males. So at times, brothers are going to bump heads. But at the end of the day, you got to learn how to take the low, man. Especially if it's a brother that's of a higher rank or that's been in the knowledge longer than you. Why not humble yourself, man? Why not humble yourself? Unless the guy's blatantly doing something wicked, man. You see him smoking weed or, straight up committing adultery and all, something extreme or whatever. But why not take the low? And Apostle Rama used to say that a lot, man. A lot of guys don't like to take the low. And again, that's why you got a lot of guys that do their own thing. Some of you brothers know how to take the low. Some of you brothers will do a video and humble and repent, right? And say slack or whatever. If you did something in error, or if you trespass against your brother, you'll call him up, and do. That's what you're supposed to do at the end of the day. As far as if you're in the body, if you're in the fold, you understand? But a lot of guys don't want to take the low, man. You got to know how to take the low, man. You got to get rid of that proud spirit. You can't deal like you dealt in the world, man. In the world, in the world you had to, have an ego or whatever, so nobody will play you. All right, but ain't nobody trying to play you in the truth, man. You playing yourself, if anything, man. You understand? So you got to get rid of that nigga. The scriptures say, pride goes before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. So here it is, you thinking that you in the right, because everybody, everybody thinks they right? What's that? Proverbs 14 and 12, right? There's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is death. Every man seem right in his own eyes, right? So the scriptures tell you about that because it's the truth. So that's why coming into the knowledge, the main thing about this whole thing is about humility and humbling yourself, man. You gotta humble yourself, man. All right? The scriptures say before honor cometh humility, man. Here it is. You want to be a nigga and just walk into the kingdom. You ain't gonna, man, you're gonna get zapped. You being a nigga going to the kingdom, man. Which it ain't gonna happen. But somehow say a sneaky ass nigga snuck his nigga ass into the kingdom. He gonna be finished, man. All right, but the Most High is cutting off all the niggas. Here, this stop, man. Niggas ain't going into the kingdom, man. All right, the Lord is bringing in honorable men, and part of the honorable man is he's humble. Okay, the Lord speaks about such a man. While I look to him that is of a contrite heart and a contrite spirit, instead of trying to sit there and always come against your brother that's amongst you, which I don't get. The scriptures say two are better than one. We at the final stretch. And the times that we in now, you're going to need your brother more than ever, man. So why in the hell would you start some, I'm not talking about a nigga that just ain't right. I'm talking about a lot of the little petty girly shit a lot of you guys be going through, man. Y'all be ego tripping hard, man. So instead of dealing with that, why not sit there and just do whatever you got to do to keep the brotherhood going? You know what I'm saying? Like, meaning, in other words, humble yourself. I ain't talking about justifying no bullshit or whatever the case is. You understand? But every brother's just out for blood all the time, man. That ain't right, man. Yahawashi said, how you gonna love me who you don't see and you hate your brother that you do see? You see? So you gotta, man, look, as a whole, we got a lot of soul checking to do, man. You know, and that's why, again, you got to examine yourself, man. You know, you got to put it in your mind, well, what if I went off? What if that brother was right, what he said to me or about me, or how, you know, what if he was right, man? What if I just got to, you got to meditate on these things. You got to examine it, man. Process it, man. Pray to Bahasham, Yahawashi sincerely on the matter, man. If it's that bad or messes with you, man. But don't sit there and just get an evil eye, you know, and feed into Satan and, man, fuck this nigga, man. This nigga ain't shit. This nigga ain't right, you know. And first of all, this nigga younger than me. This nigga, you know, however, man, listen, man. You got to get out of that nigga spirit, man, because the scriptures say pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. All right? Now, matter of fact, let me go to Proverbs, was it 29, I believe, right? Proverbs 29. And I start at I'll read the first verse and I'm going to jump. This is Proverbs 29, verse 1. It says, he that being, you got to keep this in your mind too. You got a lot of hard-headed jakes out there, man. You know, here it is, man. All this shit that's happening, man. There's so much stuff going on. It just marvels me sometimes. Like, damn, man, you got brothers still tripping off of this, that, and the third. You figure that brothers will understand the problem. I'm talking about guys that have been around, not brothers. Because when you new or whatever, you still rough around the edges sometimes. Some brothers might not be as rough, but some brothers might be, you know. And you got to go through getting rebuked maybe, or this, that, and the third. You know, and that's why the spirit be heavy on the apostles, man. And it's not that, you know, that the apostles are we on some shit with, like, fuck everybody. No, man. It's that Jake be going off, man. And somebody got to say something, man. You know? What type of leaders would we be, or brothers would we be if we didn't say nothing, or, you know, that brothers was going off? And see, and that's where the bullshit come, because everything's all good until you start getting on cats, man. You know, cats are praised the apostles and elders and double liners and this, that, and the third. Oh, we love you, brother. You sincere. But then when they fuck up and they on some shit, and you bring, you know, and I'm telling you, I've seen it happen, and I've dealt with guys like that, man. And then when you get in their case, then all of a sudden they just get an evil eye towards you, man. Because them niggas ain't right, man. Okay? Hey, the scripture, King David said, reprove a wise man. Well, that's in the Proverbs. Reprove a wise man, he will love thee, man. All right? I was mixing it up with what King David said. Let the righteous smite me, for it should be a kindness. A matter of fact, hold up, man. Hold up 1 second, man. Let me get both. You know, I got some scriptures that I've written down, but, you know, we going in the spirit, you know. And we'll come back to that. Right. Proverbs 9 and 8, right? It says, let's see, what's above there? Yeah, okay. Yep. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame. Because a nigga, and that's why, you know, you got niggas sitting there talking, they got that debate demon, man. You know, now all of a sudden niggas want to debate. They had how many years when they was actually in the truth, where they could have, if they really had issues, they were sincere, you know, not trying to monetize shit and make money. But now you got these niggas that got a debate demon. They want to debate this, debate that. Hey, well, listen, you debate the missiles, man. All right, you debate when the judgment of the Lord come upon you. You debate your cause with the Most High. You know, because at the end of the day, a lot of you niggas are made to just scorn and talk shit. Majority of y'all ain't did nothing else but just talk shit. A couple of them, they went, you know, they think the spirit's with them. They out there trying to teach or whatever the case is. So be it, you know. Like Apostle Paul said, whether in pretense or sincerity, Yahawashi is preached. But the Lord, at the end of the day, he said that any plant that my Father hath not planted shall be plucked up. So Yahawashi is going to uproot everybody that's not a part of this fold. Okay? It ain't nobody going to sneak into it, man. That's why you got to go through that straight gate, man. And then on top of that, you got to pray, because we don't know if we're going to make it yet. We're hoping. We're saved by hope. The hope for elect. Okay? That's what makes you keep going and pushing because you don't know if you're gonna make it. Had you know you was gonna make it, you probably wouldn't do nothing. Maybe you go sell out or whatever. The Lord's gonna break, you do some simple shit or something, man. You see? But it says, he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot. Reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. And that's what happens, man. Because most time when you got guys like that, when you get on them, so you got brothers, real men, and I've dealt with a lot of different brothers, and hey man, certain brother, Minor Gun, DC, the Atlanta brother, Urad, Seattle, different brothers, and you get on them, and they receive instruction. They don't get all butt hurt or whatever the case is. One brother was telling me he grew up in the military. His father's a military sergeant, so he's like, this ain't nothing. When you get rebuked, he get it. They understand, and that's beautiful. So you got, because the scriptures say the desire of discipline. That's when I came in, I was the same way, and I'm still the same way. Shit, you looking to be reproved because you know that, look, we ain't right, man. That's why we in this truth. That's why we need Yahawashi. But you got a lot of guys that act as if they on such a high level, man. They only been around for a few years, man. Humble yourself. You ain't seen nothing. Be your age, man. If you 3, 4, 5 years into this thing, don't talk like you've been into this thing 30, 40 years, man. Okay? Like the scripture says, speak thou that which what you know. Speak not the wisdom that you don't have. I'm roughly paraphrasing it. That's not verbatim, but that's in a nutshell, right? So it says, reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. You see? So that's the difference, man. And really, you're supposed to, the scriptures say reproofs are the way of life. You're supposed to not mind. You're supposed to love being corrected. And when you're going off, you want to know that you're going off. You don't want to just keep going off. But if you're so proud and you all in your ego and you worried about the age of a guy that's getting on you, or, oh man, this dude is, or maybe you might look at his clothes, oh man, he's the head of the camp, but he's all bummy or whatever. He ain't shining like me. He ain't got no bling bling and all, whatever the fuck it is. He ain't iced out. He ain't on my level. Nigga, who told you was on a level? You see? That's that pride, man. The scriptures say, any man that think he stand, let him take heed, lest he fall. And then when the Most High bring judgment, then when you all fucked up, now you wondering why you like that, man. But you have brothers sitting there constantly telling you, you probably seen shows and everything, and sometimes the spirit got certain other apostles and other brothers, we might do shows, and the spirit might bring out certain points that you might be off on, but you don't even, it goes way over your head. Because you think that you right on point, right? The fuck out of here, man. It says, look, rebuke a wise man and he will love thee, right? Now we're going to get what King David said, a man after the Most High's heart. Let's see what he says, man. He spoke on this matter. Let's see if we can pull it on up. There we go, right there. Beautiful. All right? Okay, now this is the book of Psalms 141, verse 5. It said, let the righteous smite me. Because if you got a brother that, the elders and apostles, who else, if they ain't the righteous men, where the fuck are the righteous men at? Okay? Who else is out there defending the Lord and his words, taking a strong stand, who've been taking it, not just starting. See, a lot of you guys are just starting, but you putting the cart before the horse. You trying to get ahead of yourself, man. Okay, instead of pacing yourself, man. But it said, this is what King David said, a man after the Most High's heart. Let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me. Because a lot of you guys feel that you can't be reproved. Oh man, I'm a grown man. I'm a grown-ass man. Who the hell are you talking to me like that? And then again, sometimes it comes into that age thing. All right? And it says, let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me, it shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head. Okay, especially if a brother's reproving you according to the scriptures, man. How the hell can you buck up against that? You bucking up against the Most High, man. You ain't bucking up against man, you bucking up against the Lord. Okay? It says, it shall be an excellent oil which shall not break my head, for yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities. Meaning, in other words, and he ain't holding no grudges against them. Cause you might get on one brother, he waiting for you to fall. Wait, nah, man. You better, man. Look, the apostles getting in. They trust me, man. You know what I mean? Shit, man. Well, y'all see it. The apostles, they might go live and start rebuking every goddamn body. Because that's the spirit of the Lord. That's how the spirit moves, man. But that ain't nothing for you to catch spirits or be all fucked up in the head like, oh shit, what the fuck, man? Fuck that. Nah, man. You pray to humble yourself. Go to the Lord, Pray for the apostles, the elders, or the camp leaders, or whoever the heck, the brother that got on you, and thank the Lord for, for really you should be happy. Because if the brother didn't reprove you, if nobody told you, you probably would have got put to death. It might have been an angel waiting there to smack you right across the neck with a sword, man. And your head would have been rolling off. But being that you took heed to the rebuke and the reproval, you saved yourself, man. You saved your life. All right? Don't be rebellious, man. Don't be fucking rebellious. Matter of fact, I had that. It was one of the scriptures I had. I'm gonna get it now. 1 Samuel's 15. Let's see. 20. I think it's 25. No, 20. Right. This is what Samuel told Saul. All right. This is 1 Samuel's chapter 15, verse 23. Yep, here we go. Salakia. It says, 1 Samuel's chapter 15, verse 23. It says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Okay? So remember that. When you sitting there being rebellious and you bucking up, okay? Just remember that. You look, the Most High looking at you like you look as a witch. And you know what it says in Exodus about a witch, right? Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. So you think the Most High ain't going to judge your ass, man? Huh? Especially after brothers constantly getting on you, man, to try to get you back in the spirit, man. Okay, for rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft. And the scriptures say that the house of Israel is what? A rebellious house. That alone we know that we the Israelites, man. You see Jake, you try to tell him that hey brother, you ain't supposed to be eating no pork. Nah, the chicken actually is the dirtiest animal. He got Jake got some type of rebuttal or comeback other than him about, why, or asking if you don't know, how come? And saying, okay, thank you, Jake always got to come back, man, combat the truth and be combative, man. But the Lord said that's witchcraft, man. It says, in stubbornness is as in the iniquity of idolatry. So you sitting there stubborn, stuck in your ways. Look, man, I've been this way all my life, man. I've been this way for 45, 78 years. I ain't changing nothing, man. Well, the Lord said that's idolatry, man. Those who roll in that spirit. All right. It says, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord. Because why? When the brother, little do you know, to your knowledge, just like the rest of these scorners, scoffers, and the rest of this world, they're rejecting the word of the Lord. When we come out there and prophesy on the highways and byways, when we do the live shows, when we do these videos, whenever we bringing out the word of the Lord and they don't accept it, they're rejecting the word of the Lord. Whether they want to blame it on us or they say whatever they want to say about us, at the end of the day, when Yahawashi come, Yahawashi gonna set things in order, and they ain't gonna have no excuse, man. You can't say you didn't know. It says, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king. And that's what happened to Saul. All right, but let me go back to what was that? In Proverbs 29, right? So it said, he that being often reproved hardeneth his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. And that's what's going to happen eventually. Because if a brother constantly getting on you, and when it means hardening his neck, meaning, in other words, he ain't listening to it, being stubborn, proud, fuck that, man, you off or whatever. Without humbling himself, the Lord says she'll suddenly be destroyed. All of a sudden you're going to see judgment come on him, man. And that without remedy. And you ain't going to be able to pray for him or help, Right? Now, let me, another verse. This whole chapter is kind of bad, man, but the verse, was other verse? 20. Yeah, here we go, right on it. Right. So Proverbs 29 and 23 go down to the 23rd verse. It says, a man's pride shall bring him low. You see? And that's just the truth, man. At the end of the day, if you walking in that pride and you puffed up for whatever reason, whether you're an older guy or you think you know so much, that don't mean nothing, man. You understand? It says a man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. It's about being humble in spirit because it ain't about how much you know. A lot of guys think it's about what you know. You know, you had the Apostle Paul. He knew more than the 12, the head disciples, man. But he knew that didn't put him over them. You know, that's why he always spoke about staying underneath himself, lest he be a reprobate, the Most High cast him away. You know, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? You had certain men, like even up to date. King Masha is the king of the nation, man. That's King David. All right, fuck it. I have no problem saying it. Never did. Okay, but for those who can receive it, which eventually the Lord is going to reveal it. See, my thing is this about that. That's another can of worms. But somebody got to be King David. So who the fuck is King David? All right. Sound like them damn niggas. Who the fuck is Oprah Winfrey? I didn't mean to say it like that, but you know what I'm saying? Who's King David? Should I say not but who's King David? You understand what I'm saying? Because the scriptures prophesy about the Lord raising up King David in the end. You got guys speaking about the ruins of raising up the tabernacles of David, the house of David. So who was David then? Okay, from my time being on this earth, coming into this truth, the Lord through the Spirit, King Masha fit all of that. All right, but that's another topic for another day, and maybe not everybody can receive that or whatever, But the Lord is going to reveal things. Sometimes some things come in time. All right, we just found out Yahawah and them kind. One time we thought they still was teaching Cornelius was Edomite. They was teaching that that old breakdowns that was off at the time. But then we found out that since 2011 they've been teaching the right way. Okay, so sometimes it might take maybe the Spirit might not reveal things to you right then and there. But I know that King Masha was King David. Okay, so anyway, with that being said, King Masha was the head of the nation. Even if you don't want to call him King David, he was the head of the nation going back to 1 West, right? And High Priest Ariah was the second in command. High Priest Ariah was deeper than King David as far as the scriptures go. He did all the Sabbath service and stuff like that, as well as a few other men, But he knew that King Masha was over him. He never looked at himself that he was over, So why are you guys out there puffing? Some of you guys think because you might know a lot of scriptures or whatever the case is, so you think that you should be, calling the shots. You should be telling the elders what to do or the apostles what to do. Some of you guys think because you might be witty or kind of, you might have the gift of gab, so you think that constitutes or make you automatically the head of Israel. It don't work that way, man. It don't work that way. All right. This is Second Corinthians chapter 12, verse 10. It says, therefore I take pleasures in infirmities. And see, the thing is, a lot of you guys ain't really been through nothing, man. So I'm talking about while being in the truth, man. And if you've been through stuff, it would change your perspective, man. You would know that now. Now ain't the time for all that proud BS. You'll be walking more humble. It said, Apostle Paul said, therefore I take pleasure in infirmities and reproaches, right? When people, and that's funny because the apostles through the Spirit, they, you sit there, and that's why they get mad. They're like, damn, we can't break them, especially with the apostles. But all of us, at the end of the day, we get mad, because we in the flesh, of course. But at the end of the day, man, it's a joke to us, man. These dudes are jokes. Like they sit there and try to reproach us or shame us. Like, man, come on, man. We teaching the word, man. It was all good a week ago when you saying all your double line, all that. When you was being phony, you just showed yourself that you was disingenuous, man. That you was phony, man. You understand? But really, hey, we take pleasure in the fact that we catching hell and we're looked at as the worst group of Israelites or whatever. Anything you want to say, right? In necessities, right? Because, brothers is always in hell, catching hell, money hell, got to move, got to, this, that, and the third. And persecutions, right? You got guys persecuting us, bringing false accusations. You got to deal with Esau, the pigs, and everything. In distresses for Yahawashi's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong. He said, I am become a fool and glorying. You have compelled me, for I have ought to have been commended of you. And really, all these guys talking shit about the apostles, man, they ain't got nothing really they should say. If anything, they should be fucking grateful, man. All right? They should be grateful, because if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't know nothing about Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. All these other guys, they wanted to sit there and praise and this and that. They didn't teach you about Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. The Lord set up the apostles of Great Millstone for that task, man. And then you sit there and shit on them because, again, you couldn't take a little bit of rebuking. All right? When the Lord said, as many as I love, I chastise. Hell, Yahawashi was rebuking all the churches, man. Yahawashi was rebuking us, man. Still to this day. So, I mean, what the hell? Who the hell are you that you can't take the rebuke, man? It says, for in nothing am I behind the very chiefest apostle. Because why? The Lord gave the apostle Paul many revelations. That's why he, through the Spirit, he got a lot of epistles and acts and everything, because the Lord dealt with, he had a heavy portion. But he wasn't above the apostles, He said, though I be nothing. You see? Look at the humility. It said, truly the signs of an apostle were wrought among you in all patience, right? And you can't tell me that the apostles, and really, and all of us, man, you can't tell us we ain't patient, man. We patiently endured. We just let niggas talk all kind of shit. We could have, and it's easy to go tit for tat, but man, fuck that. What's that going to do, man? I'd rather, sometimes you get mad and shit, but I'd rather let the Lord could do far worse to anybody than what I could do. You understand? And the Lord always shows the end of these clowns, man. It says, in signs and wonders and mighty deeds. And you're going to sit there and tell that the apostles ain't do mighty deeds, man? All of us, man, when y'all was first coming on YouTube watching the different videos and seeing us constantly deal with, put down this philosophy, that philosophy, out there swinging that sword, and still out there to this very day, still swinging that sword, man, through the Spirit of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. It says, for what is it wherein you were inferior to other churches, except it be that I myself was not burdensome to you? Forgive me this wrong. Behold, the third time I am ready to come to you, and I will not be burdensome to you. I seek not yours, but you. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, man. That's why the Lord got us out there diligently, man. It's like, you feel it's your duty. You feel something in it like, look, man, you got to do this thing. And it's because what? For the flock, man. For the rest, Yahawashi said, you love me, feed my sheep. Okay? It says, for the children ought not to lay up for the parents, but the parents for the children. Right, because the parents take care of the children. But every now and then you got some disobedient children, man. It says, and I will very gladly spend and be spent for you. Though the more abundantly I love you, the less I be loved. Because really, when Apostle Paul was rebuking a lot of them or whatever the case is, that was really the love of the Lord, man. So that way the Lord won't destroy them for going off. When apostles get on you, different brothers in the camps that's doing certain nigga shit or shit that's just off or whatever, that's so the Lord don't destroy you, man. But because apostles sit there and get on a lot of guys when they be going off in the scriptures that are heady, high-minded novices being lifted up with pride, then now they don't love apostles no more. It's crazy, man. You've seen it happen all over again. It says, but be it so, I did not burden you, nevertheless, being crafty, I caught you with God. Okay? All right? Which that's heavy in itself, man. It says, did I make a gain of you by any of them who I sent unto you? I desired Titus, and with them I sent a brother. Did Titus make a gain of you? Walk we not in the same spirit? Walk we not in the same steps? And that's why I say the Lord gave us the greatest examples, just like our elders had great examples. Okay? That's pretty much, you see Apostle Tars doing, he's continuing that true tradition that he learned from the original heads. Okay? Back when the Lord had them out there, man. Okay? Every week in and week out, High Priest Ariah, King Masha, Elder Yahawashi was out there bringing this word out, man. So that's why the Apostle Tar, he instills that in all of us, man. Through the Spirit of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. You understand? It says, again, think ye that we excuse ourselves unto you. We speak before the Most High and Yahawashi, but we do all things dearly beloved for your edifying. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's about your edification. So you shouldn't be getting all emotional, you know. But anyway, with that, that's the main point. Lord willing, hopefully brothers will edify. All praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and I'm gonna say Shalawam.